Hi, teacher. Good
Hello,
morning.
good morning, Lluvia. How are you?
I'm fine, teacher. Thank you.
That's nice. All right, Lluvia. Well, you remember that on our previous class did we review about modal verbs and also modal verbs in the past, and we did a practice, and now we have to begin with unit number 4, right?
Yes, teacher.
Perfect. Well, this will be the last unit. Let's see. Let's review first on vocabulary in unit number 4. Well, the vocabulary in unit number 4 is going to be related to phrases with break. Okay, phrases with the word break. Let's begin with the first one. Break a habit. Do you know what is the meaning of break a habit?
To stop doing something you do usually.
Yes, exactly. And here we have the definition, no? To stop doing something that is a habit, especially something bad or harmful. And here we have an example. Please, can you read?
Interrupting others is annoying, so try to break the habit.
Very good. Here, another phrase with break. Break a law. Break a law means to fail to obey a law, to act contrary to a law. Please, can you read on the example?
Lisa broke the law when she drove the wrong way on a one-way street.
Correct. And here we have another phrase, break a promise. That means to fail to do what you promise to do. Please.
You promised not to gamble, but you broke your promise and went to a casino. What does mean gamble? Apostar?
Yes, gamble. Mhm.
Okay.
The next one, break a record. To beat a previous record in sport, speed, or sales, or something else. Please.
She's a very fast runner, and she could even break a world record one day.
Mhm. Break a story or break the story. To be the first to address or publicize an issue, often a news story.
Our newspaper broke the history of the major scandal, and now every national news outlet is covering.
Mhm. And well, do you have any doubts or questions about these phrases? Break a habit, break a law, break a promise, break a record, or break a story, or break the story.
No, I think that break a history or break the history is new, but I remember that the newspapers or yes, newspapers usually say breaking news, so I think
Mhm.
it's because of that. No,
Yes, exactly. Perfect. Let's move on. Here, break a sweat. To break a sweat means to put forth a large amount of energy or effort into or toward a task. So when you put a lot of effort doing something, usually used in the negative to indicate the opposite. Let's see.
the that test was so easy. I aced it without even breaking a sweat.
Hmm? That means that this student passed the test without any problems, that it was very easy. And he got a great score. No, aced. That means that he got an A or 100 points. All right, let's move on to the next one. Break new ground. Break new ground means to innovate. Please, can you read on the example?
They really broke a new ground with their latest product. I've never seen anything like this.
Mm-hmm. To innovate. Break somebody's heart. To cause one to feel great sadness, this phrase is often said about the end of a romantic relationship. Please.
I knew Adam broke your heart, but there are a lot of guys out there who would treat you well.
Mhm. And break the ice, to do something as a mean of reducing or eliminating shyness, awkward tension, or unfamiliarity. Please.
I was so nervous about meeting Samantha's parents for the first time, but her dad immediately broke the ice by asking about my car, and everything went great after that.
Yes, break the ice. And the last one, break the news to somebody, to reveal information to one, often that which is bad or upsetting.
Who is going to break the news of the accident to Millie?
Mhm. Basically, break the news means to somebody means that you tell him or her something that happened, no? Most of the times it's a bad or upsetting reveal or information.
Okay. And teacher, about break a sweat,
Hmm.
I don't understand if it means that one study or put his or her effort on something and
Exactly.
pass an uh, or I don't know, because of that he has good results or she, or it
Yes,
means that because it says usually use it in the negative to indicate the opposite. That
exactly.
part is confuses me a little bit.
All right. Well, don't worry because what you said is correct. It's basically to put a lot of energy or effort into a task,
Hmm.
something that you want to get or achieve. And well, it says here in the second part is usually used in the negative to indicate the positive. So basically, he break a sweat. The report was not going to be finished by today, but he break a sweat. That means and nailed it. That means that the report wasn't going to be finished, but he made energy or he or she put effort on that task and he finished it. That
Mm,
means to be used in the negative, to say that this person really did it, nailed it.
so maybe one person was in a negative situation, and his or her effort make he or he succeed with the
Exactly.
task.
Yes.
Okay.
Hmm. And well, these are all the phrases that you are going to review on this unit. You will see these phrases in the vocabulary section.
Okay. It's
Very good. Let's please move on to grammar. Well, what are you going to review on grammar? You are going to be reviewing again about adjective clauses. Okay. By now, I think we are very familiarized with adjective clauses because this is something that we have done, right? Nevertheless, it is very important to review it. And that's what we're going to do on this unit as well. Adjective clauses. What are adjective clauses? Well, adjective clauses provides information for a noun in another part of the sentence. Basically, it's like extra information about the noun. Here, the cake, and this is the adjective clause, the one that is marked with yellow. The cake that she bought, extra information about the noun, was delicious. I could just simply say the cake was delicious, but because I'm adding an adjective clause, which means to give extra information about the noun, that's what I'm doing, no? That she bought. This is the adjective clause here. The people who live next door are good neighbors. Extra information about who? About the people, no? So I could just simply say the people are good neighbors, but this is the extra information about the noun, no? And this is the adjective clause, extra information. The game, and whenever we are going to use which, always commas, okay? This is very important. Always commas before the beginning of the adjective clause and at the end of the adjective clause. The game, which was played yesterday, ended in a tie. Here, the next one. I visited the town where they met. Extra information about the noun. The leaders whom we elected will commence work next week. This word commence also is related and is the synonym of start or begin. Okay? Do you know the woman whose pictures in the magazine is in the magazine? Here, adjective clause in a question, extra information about the noun. The next one. She will always remember the day when the accident happened. Extra information about the noun. And these are the adjective clauses, giving extra information about the noun. And whenever we are going to use which, this is the most important which, always put commas at the beginning and at the end of the adjective clause. All right? So, any doubts or questions about adjective clauses? Lluvia?
No, no.
Okay, wonderful. Let's please move on with the practice. Here. All right, let's please work on the practice. Let me know when you finish, please. Thank you.
Okay. Teacher, I finished.
All right, and how did you do on the practice?
I got two mistakes. And I think it was because I confused, but I understood the grammar structure.
Okay, all right. So, would you like to check your practice maybe or no?
No, teacher.
All right, very good. So, remember, right? Adjective clauses are extra information about the noun. Only that, nothing else. That's the most important thing you have to remember. All right, let's please move on with the next thing on grammar. Well, the next thing you're going to review on the grammar part, it's about the auxiliary verbs for emphasis. When do we use exactly auxiliary verbs just to give more emphasis to a sentence? Let's please begin. When we want to add emphasis to a verb, we often stress the auxiliary, like say it louder, shown here by underline. Here we're going to read later on. And we do this especially when we want to correct what somebody thinks or contrast it with something else. Contrastive emphasis. Let's please read. When we are talking about the continuous tense, no? Why aren't you going to the party? This is the question, right? But whenever we are going to use auxiliaries to give more emphasis to the sentence, we are going to read the following. Why are you going? Why aren't you going to the party? This is the question. And let's please read on the answers. But I am going to the party. I can go to this one, but I am going to the one next week. As you see, whenever we put emphasis to the auxiliaries, it's basically that we are giving contrast, right? We want to express that what somebody thinks. We want to express the opposite, no? We want to correct the person. But I am going to the party. So that means that you are wrong with your question, no? Because it says here, why aren't you going to the party? I am going to the party. Here. And also here, no, I can't go to this one, but I am going to go to the next one next week. Whenever we are talking about the perfect tense, you haven't tied your room. Sorry, you haven't tidied your room. I have tidied my room. I have tidied. I did it this morning. You haven't tidied your room. I know, but I have put my clothes away.
What
So
does it
basic
mean, tedied?
ordenar, whenever we are going to use the modal verbs, for example, is it because you can dance? But I can dance. Just look. I can dance the paso doble, but I can dance the tango. All right, just give more emphasis, more intonation. Say it louder, the modal verbs, to correct the person, right? The question's person. Let's see here. What about the simple tenses? Well, as you know, we usually only use the auxiliary verb do to make the negative and the question forms of the present simple and the past simple tenses. Not in the positive, not in affirmative though, because in affirmative we only use the verb, right? I work. The negative is he doesn't work. He works is the affirmative. Do you work is the question. I don't work. Does he work? We worked. She worked. We didn't work. She didn't work. Did you work? Did she work? Let's see. So when we want to add emphasis to the present simple or past simple tenses, we need to add auxiliary do, remembering to use the main verb in the first form, basically in the base form. This is sometimes called emphatic do. Let's please read the example. Present simple. She doesn't like cheese. Does she? That question, no? But she does like cheese. In fact, she loves it. So we are correcting the person. I don't like cottage cheese. No, el quesillo. But I do like blue cheese. So as you know here, no, we are using the emphatic do, the auxiliary do, after the subject, no, to correct the person's tag question. Here, past simple tense. You said you would phone me, which is phone me is like call me. I did phone you, but you didn't answer. Okay, I didn't phone you, but I did send you a text, basically a message, right? An instant message. This is an example of the past simple. And when you see forms of auxiliary do in positive sentences in written English, it is always stressed. For example, in other times, we just add the emphasis. We also use the emphatic auxiliaries, including do, to stress that we feel strongly about something. Emotive emphasis. Let's please hear these other times when we add emphasis. Let's please read on the examples. She does look good in that dress. He is putting on a bit of weight. Her English really has improved an awful a lot. That means a lot in a great way. You really must see this new film. I did enjoy that party last night. I never did understand what he saw in her. And well, this is the use of auxiliaries with emphasis. It's basically like you are correcting someone in Spanish, no? It sounds a little bit rude, no? Like because you have to stress the auxiliary. But yes, this is the use of auxiliaries to make emphasis or to answer a question that is the answer is negative, but you answer with emphatic auxiliaries. Do you understand this? Did you understand, or do you have any doubts or questions about auxiliary verbs for emphasis, Lluvia?
I do not have questions now. Maybe in the future if I don't get to understand very well.
All right, very good. I think we have time for the exercise. Let's please move on to the exercise, okay? Well, here, what you have to do. Here you have three paragraphs to complete with the verbs you have here. Some of the words you're not going to use because in some cases you have to add the emphatic do, does, or did, depending on the sentence, okay? So basically fill in the gaps with present simple or past simple forms of the verbs in the box. And where you think it's appropriate, add the emphatic do, does, or did, okay?
Okay.
Please, let's work. You can just write here on the screen, don't worry.
Teacher, now I am connected with my cell phone. I think that I
Hmm.
can't write, right?
Oh, okay. And well, you can write on the chat, don't worry, or in your notebook, and whenever you're ready, you will just tell me the answers. Don't worry.
Okay.
Yes.
Teacher, is there a possibility that I can show you my answers tomorrow in the class? Because I cannot concentrate now. I have to go out from my house because I have an improve uh, something that I didn't have to do. So I am kind of worried about that. I have to be at 8:30 to that in that place.
Oh, okay. Don't worry. Well, so we're going to stop here and well, we're going to continue on tomorrow. I will be already assigning you all the homework and it will be due to Wednesday, okay? Because on Friday you will be taking your final test.
On
Mhm.
Friday,
Sorry,
um,
On Thursday, not Friday, because you
okay.
have classes on Thursday at 7.
Since it is holiday, we are going to have classes anyway, teacher.
On Thursday, yes, because it's just the
Yeah.
quiz. So you will be taking the quiz. Or if you want to do it on Wednesday, no worries. We can take it at Wednesday night. I
Yes,
finish my
I.
classes at
It's with.
7:40,
Mhm.
so we can start the test at 7:40 till 8:40 at night.
I think that I won't be able because I have classes since tomorrow every at night for the TOEFL preparation course.
Oh,
Since 8 to 9.
oh, all right. Well, in the afternoon, if you have time, we can do it. Anyways.
Yes, teacher. I think that tomorrow we can talk about that. I will try
Mm-hmm.
to reserve time to the class in the afternoon because
Yes.
since Thursday is holiday, maybe I'm going to travel. I'm not very sure now.
All right. Well, we can talk about it tomorrow after classes, and just let me know because you will be just taking your exam. So it will just be 1 hour, nothing else for your exam.
Yeah, yeah. I
Mm-hmm.
remember. Okay, that
Yes.
I can. I think that I can in the morning as always.
All right. Well, we will see how
Okay,
that goes.
teacher.
Okay.
I will
Don't
do
worry.
this homework and tomorrow I will show my answers because I don't want to do it bad.
Okay. Don't worry. And as you know, for the all the tasks and assignments you have till Wednesday. Okay. I will be assigning
Okay,
you
and
right now.
teacher, did you saw my task? The task that I did, was it complete?
I didn't check. I will check now.
Uh,
I will start checking now.
okay, teacher, because I was worried that the other time I didn't finish because I did, but I think that when you put next, when I click next, and I didn't finish. I think that later I didn't have the possibility to do it again. Maybe it was because of that. And there is um, a saying that says, "Don't tasks, not yet don't task," or something like that. And I was just focusing on not done yet.
Oh, okay. But don't worry because I reassign, right? So this time, if you did everything, then it will show. In case that it
Okay,
didn't, I
teacher.
would let you know.
Okay, teacher. It's okay. That's it, I think.
Okay, very good. So we'll see you tomorrow for our classes.
Bye, teacher. Have a nice day.
The same to you. Goodbye. Oh, Lluvia, wait, please. You have to do the survey.
Okay, okay,
I
teacher. Just
almost
send it to
forgot.
me.
Don't worry. I was about to say, oh no, please. All right. Well, thank you very much, Lluvia, and see you tomorrow, okay?
It's done, teacher.
All right. Thank you very much.
Bye, bye, teacher.
Goodbye.